everyone, this is Angie at Stampin' with Amore. Welcome to my channel. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications each time I upload a new video. Welcome everyone. So today I am sharing this Give Thanks box, but it can be for, I thought, Thanksgiving, but you can also change the sentiment and use it for Halloween or just as a fall project. I'm so ready. So we have some cool weather today and it just put me in the mood for something fall. So this is what I'm sharing today. It has some little candy corn in there, but you can put any kind of candy that you like in there. You have a second option with this one, and I wanted to just show you because you can also add a handle to this. So you can add the handle like that, and if you like it as a little basket, you can do it as a basket as well. But I'm going to just do it this way because I liked it better this way, but you have an option. All right, everyone, let's get started because it's really easy to do. I am using the Arrange a Wreath bundle. This is one of my favorite. I love wreaths. If you followed me very long, you know that. I do a lot of wreaths, cards, or I really just love wreaths of every kind. So this is the bundle that I'm sharing. And then I'm also using the layering circles. So we're using the largest of the regular circle on this one for the box. And then you're going to also need the embossing folder is the pine wood planks that I'm using for this. But you can use any kind of embossing folder, but I really like the lines on this one. It kind of made it look like a pumpkin. And so that is it. So let's get started. I already ran two of these through the cut and emboss machine. So we have two cut out. You also need a piece that's 6 by 2, and that is for the sides of our box. You're going to need a piece that's 3/4, and this is the soft suede, and it's 3/4 inches, but I'm going to end up cutting this for the little stem of the pumpkin, and then a piece to stamp your sentiment on. And I am going to do my sentiment a little bit, no, this is to stamp the leaves, and I did cut a piece that's 3/4 inches for the sentiment because I want to make the sentiment a little bit smaller this time, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just changing it up because I thought it looked a little bit big on there, but I mean, it's okay. But I always have to change things, you know me. All right, so what we're going to do with these two are run these through the cut and emboss machine, and we're going to run it through with our embossing folder. Now this is a older embossing folder. It's not one of our new ones, so you're just going to need the number 1 and the embossing folder. And I always have a hard time getting this one open for some reason. There we go. It's really close. Usually it has a little lip on it where you can open it. And then we are going to run these two through. And I'm running them through the same way. I always have the Stampin'Up embossing on the top, the little insignia there, because that is going to be the right side up. And we're going to run this through. And then we have our two little pumpkin pieces. And then I'm also going to run this piece that's for the sides through. You don't even have to do this part, but I thought it gave it a little bit of an added touch to it because the sides are also embossed. And then we're going to score this piece right here. So let's score this, and we are going to score it at 2. I'm going to do it on this side. We're going to score it at 2 and 4. I'm using the bigger end because sometimes when you emboss, it makes it a little bit thinner. And then you're going to score it at 1/2 and 1 1/2, or 1/2 on each side. I always emboss first because it's easier to see what you're doing here. Oh, we also need to score the little pumpkins. So make sure you have them going the right way, and then you're going to score it at 1/2 inch on each one. And I think that's it for our scoring. All right, so on this one, we are going to cut. So here's the line here. I'm just going to cut some little V's out there. On this one too, on each side of that score mark. I always do this on boxes. And now we're going on this side, we're going to cut 2 more just to the score mark. Don't go past that score mark, and we're going to do the same on this side. This is just going to make it easier for you to put this on so it curls around the pumpkin. And then we're going to also do this side. And then these two. So it's going to look just like that. All right, now we are going to fold on our score marks. So this is going to be the body part of our box. So let's go ahead and score on these. I'm just going to fold them up. You don't really need to be too tough on them. We are going to use wet glue. I advise wet glue on this because it just makes things easier. So you're going to put it on this side, and it'll give you a little bit of wiggle room. So you're going to put it on there, and you're going to put it on this flat one here. You're going to set this down. Going to line that up on the bottom like that, and then this is going to press on the side. Going to do the same with this side, and then this one, it goes on the inside, and we're going to line that up. Don't go past your score mark on this part, and then press that down. And then we have the top and the bottom of our pumpkin. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do one side at a time on this. We're going to do this side. We're going to put it on this, and you are going to start wrapping it around your little pumpkin. Kind of curve it so it curves with your little pumpkin, the circle. It doesn't have to be perfect. And just hold it there. And then we're gonna, oops, I let go too fast. I have sticky on my finger. Let's do that again. This time I'm gonna just lay it down and use my bone folder here. Press that down. I think I put a little bit too glue. It's taking a lot longer to adhere. All right, now we're going to do this side. So let's see if we could be a little less generous. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to wrap it around. Just like that. Hold it for a minute, and then I'm going to take my bone folder, and you can kind of press it out. Press that down, and then this part's the easier part because we already have it glued on the other side. So we're just going to add some on these. And then you're going to fold this down, and you still have to work it around, but it makes it easier. Do this side. See how it looks on the side? I really like that it's got it on the side. It makes it look more like and I always try to make sure these are a little tucked back a little bit. So that's it. So I'm going to just sharpen these on here. I'm going to go over them all. Pick out which side you want to be your front. And then we are going to use our lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch here. And I'm going to use this one right here because we are going to use that for our little stem. And I am going to cut that about 1.5 inches. And I'm going to kind of cut a little bit just so it curves it just a little like that. It's not really, I mean, I'm just being really particular, but you don't have to even do that. You can just use it as it is, and then we're going to use this as the stem. You can put a stem on each side if you want, but I decided just to put it on the one side. So we are going to add adhesive here. Put that on there. And then we are going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. I'm going to do the Give Thanks, Thoroughly Espresso. And then we're going to use the lovely Labels Pick-a-Punch again, but I'm using the opposite side just to give it a little bit of a fancy edge, like that. And I'm going to end up cutting this shorter, but I'm going to leave it just like that for now. Now we're going to go ahead and with Shaded Spruce, we're going to stamp our leaves. These are all out of the same stamp set. So we're going to do 2 leaves. If you're going to do both sides, you'll need 4, but I'm only doing the front of it. And then you need to run this through the cut and emboss with the die that goes with it. So the die is right here, but I already did that for you, so you didn't have to watch me do that too. And I have 2 here ready to go. And then I also have 2 of these little ones right here, and it's from the same one, and this is out of Cajun Craze. It's this one right here. So we have the leaves all ready to go. And now I want to show you how I did the little curly ribbon. I'm using our braided linen trim here. And what I do is I just have a little water spritzer here, and I will do this. I just dampen this, and I want to get my little mat real quick. Okay, let me just use a scrap piece of paper. I don't know what happened to my mat, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, I'm just going to mist this and dampen it. I'm going to do a pretty good size piece. I'm going to cut that. And it makes it just damp enough so that you can roll it. I have this little skewer, and I'm just rolling it on the skewer. And I do it pretty tight. And then I'm going to use my heat emboss tool to dry it. So I'm going to hold it like that. I'm going to grab my tool. And it actually dries pretty quick. But the tighter you see that I let go of it, you don't want to do that. You want to, I put a piece of tape on it last time on one end so I could just hold the other end. and so it came a little bit tighter, but I mean, that works as well. So that's how I got it to crinkle. So here's the other piece that I did earlier. So we're going to cut this in half so we have 2 pieces. You can also use hairspray, but it's just too messy for me. So we are going to, I'm going to cut this like a little end on it, like tag it. And I'm going to put this on first. I think I'm going to like it a little bit thinner, better. So I want to bring it down a little bit further because we're going to add leaves and we're going to add all kinds of stuff to this. And then we're going to use, I'm going to use a glue dot for our little, these little, I forget what you call these actually. I know someone will tell me, but we're going to use these on here. And I just let them go whichever way they want to go. And then we are going to add the leaves. And I'm going to use a dimensional for the backs of the leaves. I'm popping these up. And then these little ones I'm using a glue dot for. And I'm just sticking those underneath these other leaves here. So they're just kind of sticking out there. One more. These are really easy to do. Once you stamp and cut your pieces, they're really easy to do. And then I'm going to use the linen trim again, and I'm going to tie a bow. And I'll use another glue dot. And we'll put that right in the center. And I'll trim that just a hair. And then just get your candy. I put it in one of the Stampin' Up's 3x6 food safe bags. And then I tied it again with the linen thread. But you can tie it with whatever you have. I think if I had some of the shaded spruce trim or shaded spruce ribbon, I would use it on here because I think it would be really cute. But that's it. And then if you want to put a handle on it, you can just either glue it or use some brads to put a handle on it, and then you'll have a little one with a handle. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any supplies, you can shop on my blog at StampingWithAmore.com. Have a blessed one, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next one. See you later. Bye.